Welcome back to another Bermad Training video. Today we will be focusing on 406A converters found on Bermad MU-T2200 and 2300 series electromagnetic flow meters. Let's get started with the buttons and display. To stay consistent, we will reference each button as 1, 2, 3, and 4. When looking at the display, notice there are two lines of data. The upper row is showing the totalized flow, while the lower row is showing real-time flow. It is important to notice the T on the left side of the upper row of data. This T represents the total net forward flow since the meter was first installed. Pressing the number 4 button will change the T to a T with a negative symbol below it. You are now viewing the total flow that has reverse flowed through the meter. Pressing the 4th button for a second time will change the T negative to AP for partial total forward flow. The partial totalizers can be reset back to 0. Pressing the 4th button for a third time will cycle the P to AP negative, which is display the partial reversed flow. The final screen visible when pressing the 4th button will display the current date. In summary, pressing the 4th button 5 times will cycle through the totalizers and reverse flow totalizers followed by the current date. The next section we will cover is accessing the function menus. The function menus allow for making changes to the configuration parameters. Press any button one time if the red light is not already on. With the red light on, now press the number 1 button one time. The screen will display access. Press the number 2 button a total of 5 times to move the 0 all the way to the right, then one more time to access the function screens. Excellent job getting to this point. The display will show F-select 01. To access function number 1, simply press the number 2 button one time. You are now in function number 1 and can use the number 3 button to decrease the value or the number 4 button to increase the value. After you have selected the preferred units, be sure to hit the number 2 button to lock in your changes and go back to the F-select screen. Press the number 4 button one time to select function number 2 and the number 2 button to access function number 2. Function number 2 is used to select the time units for the instant flow rate reading. This converter is now showing an instant flow reading in gallons per minute. Press the number 2 button to lock in your changes and return to the function menu. Press the number 4 button to select function number 3 and the number 2 button to access function number 3. Use function number 3 to make changes to the totalizer units. Skip function 41. Warning: zero calibration requires the sensor to be completely full of water and no movement of water in the pipeline. All grounding connections must be grounded. Please consult factory before performing any calibration attempts. Function number 5 is another setting that will only need to be changed upon replacing or upgrading an existing converter. Function number 6 is used to set the diameter of the sensor body itself. The nominal sensor diameter in millimeters is to be used. Functions number 7, number 8 and number 9 are used to program the pulse output parameters. Function number 7 is the pulse volume setting. With a value of 10, the converter will send one pulse each time 10 gallons pass through the sensor body. Please select a pulse volume not to exceed 1 pulse per second. Please set the same value in the device the pulse output is communicating to. Function number 8 is used to set the pulse output units. We have selected number 4 for gallons. Function number 9 is the pulse width, also known as the pulse duration period. Each telemetry manufacturer has different pulse width requirements. It's recommended to use the shortest pulse width that your telemetry equipment can sense because this setting can overload the battery and shorten the life expectancy of the battery. In summary, function number 7, number 8 and number 9 are used to set the pulse outputs. Function 7 sets the pulse volume, function 8 sets the pulse units and function 9 sets the pulse width. This converter will send one pulse that lasts 500 milliseconds every time 10 gallons pass through the sensor body. This is a good stopping point for part 1 of the Bermad 406 configuration video functions 1 through 9. Thank you for your time.